no one help us?
What is it, Goof? Didn't you get any bread?
Right you are. I'm starving.
Wait a little. You'll get your handful of soup along with the others.
May as well eat rainwater as that soup. I want bread. Your brother was no help after all. And you promised.
There's only one of me, and I'm needed here. You should go talk to him. Yes? How can I help?
Your guests refuse to speak to me unless I help feed the camp. Norman told me you have an idea how that can be done.
My brother has a farm over in Rickville. His name's Garrick. He's a proper farmer, hardworking and thrifty. He could help us. I can't make the journey on my own. I'm afraid to travel on the highway. There are bandits everywhere, both around here and over at the old outpost. I can see that murderous brigands don't frighten you. Give a message to my brother. That's all I ask.
It's a long journey. But when I'm next in Rickville, I surely will.
Wait. Why go so far out of your way? I have a better idea.
Tell me. It might prove useful.
On the journey here, we came to an understanding with a well-respected countryman. His name is Bludgeon. He promised to get us food some days ago. But Bludgeon has yet to send anything, despite living right at the bottom of the hill. If you could have a word with him and find out what's taking so long, I'll reward you. I'll find something, I promise.
What does that mean, Goof? Do you know who he is, at least?
Sure I do. He's a very respectable fella. The whole of Floster Road belongs to him.
That man is a brigand, a thief, and a murderer. He adopted my father and never gave him back. How could you even be on speaking terms with someone like that?
I'm so hungry, I'd fight a wolf for a piece of raw meat. One cauldron a day for the whole camp.
Nothing here.
I'm so hungry, I'd fight a wolf for a piece of raw meat. One cauldron a day for the whole camp, and the women and children get it off. That was uncalled for. I'm so hungry, I'd fight a wolf for a piece of raw meat.
What does that mean, Goof? Do you know... I can't believe Bludgeon would ever willingly help anybody. Goof must have been deceived. How can you consort with that sneak? He's been trying to rob us of our land for years, menacing us, threatening to burn down our house.
How did you get rid of him?
My father was still with us back then, and he knew Centurion Prim. They were comrades in arms once. Prim restored justice and protected us, but like a huge, ugly terrier, Bludgeon could not let it go. Just before those poor fellows came, my father went missing. He went on a trip to Marcella and never returned. But I shouldn't waste your time with my silly stories. You're so busy. Just give my message to Garrick, please.
Well, hello there. What brings you this way?
I'm investigating the Montpatrie disaster. You're a refugee, aren't you?
And what of it? I've got nothing to tell. I was away from the Mage Factory that night, on personal business. I was on my way back when I saw everyone fleeing as if from a forest fire. Well, I went with them, and I got in over my head. Now they avoid me like a two-headed leper. I should have made for Floster right away and told no one I was at Montpatrie.
I want to hear about events at the Mage Factory, not your personal regrets.
Norman's who you should talk to about this disaster of yours. He led them out, so he's the one they all listen to. The others might keep their tongues, but not that eager fool. He'll tell you everything.
I'm so hungry, I'd fight a wolf for a piece of raw meat. One cauldron a day.
The cane is the answer. Come on, you brainless clay statue, get...
Jackard, Lita needs a new tablet for the elevator golem.
Yeah. Here, this one's new, made from reinforced clay. But however sturdy it is, Lita will break it again, I'm sure.
The cane is the answer.
I'm so hungry, I'd fight a wolf for a piece of raw
What
meat.
does that mean?
One cauldron a
Do you know who he is?
You still don't believe me? Ask anyone. I'll have quite a present for you.
Did you see Mercia handing out bread? Yes. Why didn't you go get some? I can wait. I ate a whole bowl of soup last time. There's even a cabbage stalk. I'm so hungry, I'd fight a wolf for a piece of raw meat.
What does that
One
mean?
cauldron a day was
Do you know who
now
he
I've
is,
gotten
at
used
least?
to it.
But I could eat a piece of bread right now.
Why did you?
How could I be so careless?
Go on then.
Oh, I'm sorry. I know I'm acting foolish. Everyone's grief-stricken, but I can't.
What happened to you?
Same as everyone else. Was born in the Mage Factory. We used broken golems as toys and played hide-and-seek in the mine shafts. My mother used to read me miner's tales at bedtime. And I lost her book.
At the Mage Factory?
No, I definitely had it with me for most of the journey. I must have dropped it somewhere nearby. I'm so worried my mother's tales will be lost forever while I wait to regain my strength here.
Did you see Mercia handing out bread? Yes. Why didn't you go get some? I can wait. I ate a whole bowl of soup last time. There's
Do
even
you
a
know who
cabbage
he
stalk.
is? Goof, you need to straighten out that melon you're using for a head.
I'm so hungry, I'd fight a wolf for a piece of raw meat. One cauldron a day.
Where is Servan? Where could he have gone? Ugh, those guards. Indecent sons of wenches, the lot of them. What are they thinking? As if we don't need them to keep... Imagine if King Maximus could see this. Were it up to me, they'd all be condemned to a life of hard labor. Bandits and guards alike.
Must have caught a traitor. They should have gone after the bandits instead and protected the roads. Quite honest.
What are you doing?
doing here? Why the floor's still...
Oh, beauty of beauties, you've stolen my heart.
Loyal subjects of the king, in the name of his royal majesty, King Claudius, sovereign of Nostria, defender of the realm.
Magistrate Tweet, may I distract you for a moment?
Ah, can it really be you? Everyone I know is talking about the wonderful trick you played at their grand assembly. Well done, very well done indeed. I wonder where you found that elf. You looked every bit like a genuine scryer.
I'm afraid tricks and deception are not my line of work, which is more than I can say for a certain friend of yours.
What are you implying? I am blameless before the law.
Perhaps. But an old friend of yours by the name of Cutter stole an Illyrian chick and is refusing to return it. This bird is as dear as a good horse. Also, it's Prince Adrian's favorite treat. Now I know you don't want to deprive the prince of his supper, right?
The chick is for Prince Adrian? Why, that changes everything. Of course, I don't want to deprive the prince of his meal. I'll take care of this misunderstanding in a jiffy. I'll send word to Cutter and explain everything. And let me get you something for your trouble. Just a moment. What have I got in my pockets? Here. This should reconcile us, and Prince Adrian will enjoy a hearty meal. Everyone is satisfied.
So how much is there? Will it last a week? So how much is there? Will it last a week? Oh, now there's a mark if ever
Quit
I've
that
seen one.
cheaping, you green freak. Stupid. So you're well connected, huh? A real bigwig. Damnation. The times we're living in. A nobody from nowhere arrives on the scene. And now an honest Marcellan has to dance to their tune.
Honest Marcellans don't take what isn't theirs. Where's the chick?
It's right there. Take it. Just leave me alone. Do-gooders.
Just do it, Pops. Take the goods and we're done here. Bludgeon doesn't need no dirty works.
So how much is there?
What do you mean?
Will it last a week?
Well...
Just give me some kind
Who's
of
that?
estimate.
one chick cost as much as a good horse? Nostria has gone mad.
Loyal subjects of the king, in the name of his royal majesty, King
Oh, beauty of beauties. You've stolen my heart.
What are you doing here? Why are the floors still dirty?
It's not my fault, my lady.
More of your excuses. There's no water in the well.
Hey!
Excuses.
that poisons the air and land of the Mage Factory. Be wary and be vigilant, for these virtues go hand in hand. Keep your families safe, for death by plague is long and full of suffering. Signed, Count Montier.
Who's
May
that?
his will be unhindered.
We replaced the crystal, but the mana's draining away. What are we doing wrong?
Geomancy-wise, nothing. Is it a problem with the sigils?
I don't think so. It's like...
Could the world be running out of mana?
That's impossible. Mana is an endless resource.
Not everyone thinks so.
Do you believe in that blight nonsense too?
No, bless your soul. But it would explain a lot of things.
Nothing I haven't seen. Could have just dyed some regular chickens.
We replaced the crystal, but the mana's draining away. What are we doing wrong?
Ah, it's you. Congratulations on your release. Has common sense prevailed after all?
Do we know each other?
My name is Gladrin, retired Assistant Chief Justice. The way you were treated is an outrage. To send a person to Crucis without due process. You were accused of poisoning the king, weren't you?
I've been accused of all manner of things.
Had a thorough investigation been conducted, I'm sure we would have uncovered the true assassins, and justice would have prevailed. For once.
We replaced the crystal, but the mana's draining away. What are we doing wrong?
Geomancy-wise, nothing. Is it a problem with the sigils?
I don't think so. It's like...
Could the world be running out of mana?
So how much is there? Will it last a week? Well... Just give me some kind of estimate.
Hey, heard the new joke about the savior of Nostria?
We've heard of
must
all
have
the
caught a
savior
traitor.
jokes already.
What do we do now?
Should have gone after the bandits instead and protected the ropes. What a mess.
I'm undone.
Quiet. I think they're...
Here, take your chicks. Fortunately, it didn't occur to anyone to turn them into stew.
Oh, my precious little chickies, my treasures. I thank you with all my heart. You saved me.
Indeed I did. And now I must request a favor. If anyone asks who helped you, don't mention my name. Ever. Got it? I don't wish to be known as the chicken hunter after this glorious and heroic achievement. Listen, merchant. Do you have a Wonderbird feather? Is it for sale?
Oh, a Wonderbird. I know what that is. I've been meaning to acquire one for the palace for ages. They can be found in Lesser Maluk. They're quite clever and therefore difficult to obtain. I haven't got the bird entire, but I recall having seen a goblin-made trinket with some of those feathers in it. I'll go fetch it right now. It's yours for free.
Thank you. It's appreciated.
They must have caught a traitor.
They should have gone after the bandits instead and protected the ropes.
We must summon my eagles.
What about summoning some pigeons?
A crusade against the elves? Sounds curious. I don't know much of anything about the tactics they used.
must summon my eagles.
What about summoning some pigeons? They're about to...
I found the feather and the berries. What now?
In that meadow by the river, next to a wrecked boat, is an animal altar. Place our offering upon the altar whilst I read the incantation aloud.
I was carrying goods from Amboss to the biggest heavyweight in these parts, Bludgeon himself. I saw this young sorceress and thought, why not give her a ride? If it weren't for me, she'd have to travel the whole road from Rigern on foot and through the woods. But we had a little mishap at the outpost. How was I to know they're their own men here and owe no allegiance to Bludgeon?
What are you doing here? They could take me to jail at any time.
Me, I'd hand him over to the guards, but let's see what George says first.
Have you heard? Felicia's son sent her another gift.
Lucky Falcia. A hard-working husband and a son in the...
Have you heard? Felicia's son sent her another gift.
Lucky Falcia. A hard-working
We must summon my eagles.
What about summoning some pigeons? They're about to escape with all our goods.
Loyal subjects of the king, in the name of his royal majesty...
Watch it. Are you in a hurry?
How much is there? Will it last a week?
Well...
Just do it, Pops. Take the goods and we're done here. Bludgeon doesn't need it.
Hey, heard the new joke about the savior of Nostria?
We've heard all the savior jokes already.
It's the one with the captain.